Perik Vov, Mishnah Ches, says the Mishnah. Chomesh chatzeros besuchos zolozoi, 5 courtyards, one opening into the other, upesuchos la movoi, and they open up into the movoi. There is a discussion in the Meforshim as to when it says upesuchos la movoi. Does it mean that each individual chotzer opens up into the movoi? Or maybe no, only the chomesh chatzeros, each chotzer opens up one to the other, but there's only one entrance into the movoi from one chotzer. Irvu b'chatzeros, they made an eruv in the chatzeros, that is, each individual member of each individual chotzer made an eruv, and the chatzeros made an eruv one with the other. V'lo nishtatvu b'movoi, but they didn't make a shituf mavuos. They didn't make a shituf to enable the chatzeros to carry into the bnei chatzeros to carry into the movoi. Mutorin b'chatzeros, they are permitted in the chatzeros because they've made an eruv within each individual chotzer and from one chotzer to the other chotzer. Va'asurin b'movoi, but they are forbidden into the movoi because the eruv chatzeros does not cover shitufei mavuos. There's no joining of the chatzeros into the movoi. Ve'im nishtatfu b'movoi. However, if they made a shituf mavuos as well, then mutorin can ve'kan. Then certainly they would be permitted. That is, the chatzeros would be allowed to carry into the movoi, and each individual chotzer would be able to carry within each chotzer and from one chotzer to the other. L'chara, there's not so much of a chidush. So the Meforshim explain what is the chidush. What's the Mishnah coming to tell us? If you've done eruv chatzeros and you've done shitufim mavuos, then surely you can carry from one chotzer to the other and into the movoi. So the Meforshim explain that the chiddush could be that even though the chatzeros were did not make an eruv between each chotzer, one chotzer to the other chotzer, nonetheless the fact that all the chatzeros together have made shitufei mavuos, the shituf mavuos would enable them to carry from one chotzer to the other chotzer. That indeed would be a chidush. And the Rabbeinu Yohanan adds, it could come to tell you that even though not each chotzer has an opening into the movoi, it's only one of the chatzeros has an opening into the movoi, although each of the chatzeros opens up into the other chotzer, nonetheless they all join in the shituf mavuos. The Mishnah continues, Irvu b'chatzeros, if they made an eruv v'chatzeros v'nishtatfu b'movoi, and they made in addition shituf mavuos, v'shochach echod mibnei chotzer v'lo irev. And again we've got two possible interpretations, that one of the bnei chotzer could mean that an individual member in one of the chatzeros did not make an eruv chatzeros, in which case in one of the chatzeros the eruv is invalid, or possibly it could mean v'shochat echad mibnei chotzer could refer to one chotzer did not join in the shitufei mavuos. Nonetheless, mutorin can v'kan, they would be permitted, because since shituf mavuos is made, shituf mavuos would cover also eruv chatzeros. The reason why we normally require eruv chatzeros and shitufim mavuos, because if you only did, for example, you only did shitufim mavuos without eruv chatzeros, then the bnei chotzer would not be, the children of the bnei chotzer would not be aware that the eruv has been made, the shituf has been made, and therefore we insist you have to do eruv chatzeros and shitufim mavuos. However, the halacha is, if you did shitufim mavuos with pas, that would cover the eruv chatzeros as well. So that's what the Mishnah says. Shochach echad mibnei chotzer v'lo irev. If one of the bnei chotzer forgot to make an eruv, mutorin kan v'kan, the shituf mavuos could cover that member of the chotzer, and therefore that individual member of the chotzer wouldn't asa on the bnei chotzer, and he would be able to carry within that chotzer. mibnei movoi velo nishtatev, if the one of the bnei movoi, that is one chotzer of the movoi, was not mishtatev in the shit of mavuas, mutorin b'chatzeros. The eruv chatzeros remains valid because each of the chatzeros has made their own eruv chatzeros, and v'asurin b'movoi, but nonetheless they would be also b'movoi because not all the chatzeros joined in the movoi. Sha'movoi lachatzeros kechotzer labotim, just as each member of each household in the chotzer is required to join in the eruv to enable everybody to carry in the chotzer, so also each chotzer has to join in the shit of mavuas to allow all members of all chatzeros to participate in the movoi. And if one of the chatzeros does not participate in the movoi, that invalidates the shit of mavuas, and the eruv chatzeros certainly does not cover shitufi mavuas. Although shitufi mavuas can, in certain circumstances, cover Eruv Chatzeros, Eruv Chatzeros certainly does not cover for Shitufei Mavuas. If there's no Shituf of the Chatzeros to the Movoi, then all the different Chatzeros will not be allowed to carry in the Movoi.